Spurs and Arsenal finally lose. Or wait, should they have lost? VR drama everywhere in the league. Goals galore. And yeah, Harry Kane. All this on Mind of the Fans podcast. Let's go! Hello everyone. Thank you for joining us again. This is Mind of the Fans podcast. I'm David. He's Spy. Spy, how you doing?
I'm very good, David. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm good. I'm just chilling. What's up with you? Anything to celebrate? Anything before we move on with the show?
No, not really.
Not really. No, nothing.
No.
Quick question before we move on. Other than soccer, do you watch any other sports like NBA?
I'm a very huge Golden State Warriors fan, and I will stand with them through thick and thin.
Okay, that's. I like the Warriors, but I'm not that much of a fan.
My Warriors' best player is better than every single player in the whole league. That's all I need to just put out there.
Okay, I'll cut that short. Hope you're having an amazing week so far, though.
Oh, wow. My week has been good, Steph Curry cooking, LeBron James aging, Man U winning, Arsenal.
Okay, since that's how you want to go, we'll move on with that. Let's get on. First and foremost, as usual, let's start by saying thank you to all our amazing listeners. So far, we've immersed a constant listening audience, so we thank you guys for sticking with us. As usual, we hope you keep vibing with us, keep going with us steadily. Do not stop the good work, or Inspire's work. Keep up the good work.
Perfect.
Yes. So let's start. First off, obviously, so many things have happened in the last match week 11. So more drama, from VAR to goals to hat-tricks of assists and some other little things here and there. So, Spy, let's kick off with the predictions, right? Yep, let's kick on with that.
The predictions were very, very, very bad this week.
Oh, they were terrible. I'm sorry,
I don't
but they were
think
terrible.
there was any one that was even close.
They were terrible. I'm sorry. And you know what? We had Gaj on the show. Our man,
I think he's the cause of it, honestly.
Yeah.
He influenced me into saying some dodgy scorelines.
Yeah, we had Gaj on the show on IG Live when we were making this prediction. And he was just saying some really weird ass stuff. And I think we shouldn't have done what we did though.
I agree with him. Yeah, he messed up my head in his scoreline. He was saying some dodgy stuffs, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so let's start with the predictions. Fulham United, we went for 2-0 to United. I think that was the closest. I think that was actually the closest.
And I say that out of feeling embarrassed that I'm coming out and saying my team is going to lose. I didn't say that with confidence that we're actually going to win.
Okay, but that was the closest. We went for... So next up, Brentford West Ham, we went for West Ham winning 3-1. Man City Bournemouth went for 5-0. I mean, okay... You know what? Mathematically, we are correct though.
City Bournemouth 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1.
So
but mathematically,
God said 8-0.
No, trust me. If Haaland had stayed in that game, I'm 100% sure it would have been 8.
Honestly, man, he should have done a lot in the first half, man. Why is he waiting for so long?
Nah. Sheffield Wolves went for Wolves 2-1. Burnley Palace went for Burnley winning 1-0. Oh my God! No way we did that.
Yes, we did.
Wait, no, I have something here. I think I went for Palace 2-0 because I have 2-0 in brackets.
That was Joseph that said it.
Oh, so Gaj actually got that one.
Gaj got that one, yeah.
Gaj got that one, okay. Everton Brighton went for Brighton winning 3-1.
Shocking.
Newcastle Arsenal went for Arsenal winning 2-1. You went for... I went for Arsenal winning 2-1. You went for Newcastle winning 2-1.
Mathematically, I'm correct in that one.
Well, mathematically, it doesn't win parlays though.
Whatever.
Forest Villa, you went for Villa winning 3-1.
Honestly, Villa are coming from such a good form and they go to Forest and wow, that was shocking.
They literally just wet the
But
bed,
the shocker was Luton Town.
Yeah, Luton Town, Liverpool, you went for 4-1. You went for 4-1 on
Luton
that.
really held themselves together.
Yeah.
And just before we move on, big condolences and big ups to Luiz Diaz.
Yeah.
Going through what he's going through and still playing at his best. Wow.
Anyways, last game of the match week, the big one, obviously, Spurs, Chelsea. I think Chelsea will be in a lot of big games in the next coming weeks. So Spurs, Chelsea.
What did I predict for that?
1-0.
Well, I mean, I did a Chelsea win, so
Yeah, I went for 2-1 to Chelsea, and Gaj went for 3-1 to Spurs.
And that's a Chelsea fan, by the way. Such
It was
lack
crazy.
of confidence.
Lack of confidence.
Shocking. Just to put it out there, that Chelsea game, that was the most unimpressive hat-trick in the world.
That was very. I mean, we'll get into that, but that was just. I don't. Let me not say what I want to say. I'll just keep quiet. Just what I want to say. Let us jump into the actual. Let's jump into the actual result, shall we? I mean, I'm quite embarrassed to even say because we went miles out on this one. Okay. Man U Fulham, yeah.
Manchester United Fulham. Man U won 1-0. Bruno Fernandes sitting in the late minute.
Yeah.
Brentford West Ham. Brentford won 3-2. Crystal Palace away to Burnley. Picked up an away victory. 2-0. Everton Brighton 1-1 draw. Manchester City Bournemouth at the Etihad. We know what result that is. 6-1.
6-1.
Sheffield Wolverhampton. Sheffield really stuck their ground.
First win of the season. Win of the season.
And won that comfortably 2-1. Newcastle Arsenal. A lot of VAR. A lot of open eyes. And the most underlooked thing about the fixture, your goalkeeper. Newcastle won 1-0. Nottingham Forest Aston Villa 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. Luton Town Liverpool 1-1 draw. And finally Spurs Chelsea 4-1 to Chelsea.
Yeah. So before we move on, why did you say what happened to my keeper? What did you do?
Well, basically, that is the most underlooked mistake in that whole game. And I think he just dodged the bullet.
Okay,
What's the keeper's name?
Raya. I get what you mean. Yeah,
So
I know what you mean, yeah.
You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
he dodged the bullet.
Yeah.
But honestly, if he starts tomorrow, then I just think that Arteta is on drugs.
When you said, right, I'm looking back now, I'm looking at all the shows I watched. No one actually spoke about that. Like,
because that's what I'm saying, is if you watch the goal, people focused on, like I said, people always like to complain rather than face the actual mistake. If he dealt with that, I feel Ramsey would have done way better in that situation. And I think because social media has been saying Raya's positioning on corners and free kicks are so good. Now
and his distribution too.
He thinks he can just come out and swipe the day. You're forgetting you are not 6'7", Raya. You're not that tall to be coming out and be doing stuff like you're not Donnarumma, mate. Stay in goal and watch.
Well, since we're pretty much on this, let's just start from this, the Newcastle Arsenal game. Obviously Newcastle ended Arsenal's unbeaten run to this season, my bad, with a 1-0 win. Anthony Gordon scoring the only goal of the game. Before we go into there were a lot of controversies, not just even the goal controversies, but there were a lot of things that happened that I think we'll talk about in a minute. But in terms of the game itself, I think that was a really good game in terms of there was
intensity, pressure,
exactly.
100%.
You hardly see those type of games like that. So when you see two teams that are fighting, you know what two of those teams are fighting for. When you see the physicality of the game and how they were going at each other. Don't get me wrong, in a game where there were no goals and even very little shots on target, but you could still see how interesting the game was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's the really plus side of that game we'll talk about. Obviously Newcastle got the 3 points, boo-hoo. But let's start with the first controversy on the game. And I don't want to spend too much on it, so we'll just talk about it quickly and get on it. Bruno Guimaraes, do you think he should have remained on that pitch?
Guimaraes, no. Because if you watch the replay, you could see the malicious intent in that challenge.
Exactly.
You could see he was biting his lips. He was going not for the ball. He had other intentions, and the ball was not in his intentions right there.
Exactly. Let's keep all the petty ones, just the shoving back. Let's look at the elbow to his head,
exactly what I'm saying.
to Jorginho's head. That was it. That's meant to be a straight red. VR didn't intervene in that though.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but wow. Who was the referee for that match again?
I don't know. Let me see. Let me just quickly pull it up. Let me see. Stuart Atwell. He was the referee for that game. Stuart Atwell was the referee for that game.
Okay, so from my perspective, I agree. There were a lot of overlooked red cards, some malicious intent and everything. But there's one thing we've seen in every single game of the Premier League, not every single game, but like every single game that had VAR interventions like that and lack of like managers' contentment and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
We always had like either the PGMOL come out the next day or the next 2 days and apologize to the club or something like that. But we did not hear that against Arsenal and Newcastle.
I mean, technically it's Tuesday.
They were quite happy with what they saw. So far, we haven't heard anything so far.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
maybe by tomorrow we might see an update or whatever. But so far, from what we know to our very best, they are quite happy with what they saw in the game. And yeah, no word has been said because the last referee that had a controversy, he was demoted to the Championship, which is coming back next week against Man City. But yeah, he was demoted just to show that, okay, they actually do review it after the game and so on and so forth. So we'll wait to see Newcastle.
We'll wait to see that, yeah. And also another challenge also, Kai Havertz. Do you think that was it? I mean, looking at it, obviously, from the first review, you think straight red.
No matter the review, I think it's a straight red because if it's all about referees being consistent, that exact tackle, even a better one, when I mean a better one, he got the ball mostly.
Yeah.
Chelsea against Tottenham. Was it Romero? Romero got the ball. It was his follow through that made him get sent off. If you watch that challenge, he got the ball cleanly, and his follow through made him get sent off. And Havertz on, where that should be a straight red. So to me, in my opinion, Havertz and Bruno should be sent off.
And I mean, I agree that would probably have made the game even more sweeter with like more. You see them scoring more goals, but it is what it is. But obviously, the big controversy of the game, the goal. So I can't remember the player that played it, and the ball is literally walking out of bounds, and Willock gets the ball and crosses it, and Joelinton heads it back, and Anthony Gordon places it into the net. Before we get into that, just what we spoke about earlier about Raya and how no one spoke about it. Raya came out to punch that ball.
And he absolutely missed it.
And he missed it.
If he got any contact on it,
exactly,
it would have avoided a goal. But he absolutely missed it.
He absolutely missed it.
And yeah.
So, and obviously, no one's talking about that cause of the controversy, but the controversial part of that goal comes when they with all the replays, right? You see the ball is out of bounds. You see it over the line. You see just give me a minute. You see everything you see the ball over the line, right?
Yeah.
And okay, I get they don't want to call that because they have their reasons, The technology is not enough to determine. Maybe the ball is hanging because, the rule is if the ball is hanging, it's still in play. So maybe the ball is still hanging in the air. So I get that one. Okay, you don't want to call that you don't want to say, okay, the ball is out of play. We get that. Then you come to the second controversial part, Joelinton's header down. You could literally see on the replay Joelinton's hand, 2 hands actually, on the back of Gabriel, pushing him down. Isn't that still enough to call a foul?
From a United fan's point of view. Sorry, Gabriel, you got to be more strong, mate. You got to be stronger, mate. Sorry. But from a mind of the fans' point of view, that should have also been ruled off. That was a clear push. Not even a push, a leap. So
exactly.
On any other part of the pitch, that is a foul. So why wasn't that given there?
Exactly.
But as a United fan, Gabriel, you got to stand your ground, mate.
Yeah, you know what? I completely get that, right? Maybe if it was one hand, right? If it was just a one-hand push, I'll completely understand. But, I mean, you could see the 2 hands on his back. And, yeah, as I say, we're not going to spend, so I'm just going to leave that there. And then, obviously, the third controversial point, Anthony Gordon, if he was offside or not. That one makes you see that one that one makes more sense out of the 3. That one makes more sense because technically you couldn't see the ball, you couldn't see where the ball was when it was played, so the camera angles were messed up. That's the one I get. But to the naked eye, 3 controversial parts of that goal, any of them could have been used to rule the goal off. But
bottom line, Arsenal lost.
Yeah, bottom line, Arsenal lost, and. Yeah,
I'm so happy.
Yeah, bottom line, Arsenal lost. I'm not going. As I say, I'm not going to. You called me after the game, and I told you I had no emotion towards it.
I can see a lot of emotions in your eyes now.
But it's like it's one of those games where it was good, but it could have been so much better. You get what I mean?
If you guys had more shots, more attacking, more everything.
Yeah, that's where I think that's where no one's faulting Arsenal on that.
They shot on target through 90 minutes. Are you a Sunday league team?
I mean, we're missing that final that little part in the final third. You get what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, 100% agree.
Anyways, let's move on from that. I don't have any question of this from this game because as I told you, I'm absolutely pissed at it. Well, I'm not. As I said, no emotion on my part. I have no emotion towards it, so I'm not going to spend too much time with it.
Wow.
I'm not going to spend too much time with it. Let's move on to the next controversial game. We'll try to talk about all the games, but we'll talk from the best mouth-watering drama games to the least. Chelsea Spurs. Spurs finally lost. That made my weekend, though. That made my weekend. As an Arsenal fan, that made my weekend.
I don't know why you guys are still on the same level, mate.
No, we're not. You talking like Ange. Sorry, talking like Ange.
Oh, here we go. I think managers should just do their jobs. Honestly, manage your team,
bro. Why are you talking like Ange? So obviously, Chelsea beat Spurs 4-1. Nicholas Jackson scoring a hat trick. The most unimpressive hat trick I've seen in my life.
I think Michael Jackson scored a better hat trick.
And Spurs were down to 10 men.
10 men?
Sorry, 9 men. 9 men, actually. Some might say... Well, actually, no one can dispute those 2 red cards. Like, I mean, what are you disputing on them?
The first one, it's all about referees evolving and it's not helping the game, honestly. Because back in the day, you see players like Vidic get the ball. The rule was if you get the ball before the player, it's a very good tackle. Yes or yes?
Yes, that's true.
But in Romero, because the referees are evolving, the game is changing, new rules and whatsoever, he clearly got the ball and his follow-through was a bit high and harsh on his ankle. And they said, oh, it's a red card. Never that.
I mean,
never. Back in the day, you can get the ball and Vidic follows through your whole career and it's not a foul.
But, I also think, I think the referee was also basing it based on what happened previously. Because, Romero went in previously. He had a challenge before that previously. So the referee is looking at it.
Yeah, but...
And the follow-through was nasty, though.
It was nasty, but he got the ball. He doesn't control what happens after that. I'm so sorry. If you're going for
I feel like he could, though. I feel like he could.
If he's pulling out, he's putting himself in the risk of an injury of a hamstring or a cramp or whatever. You cannot pull out of a challenge once you've already gone in. Unless you do not get the ball, then you can try to pull out. But you're getting the ball, how are you pulling out, David? Your muscle doesn't work like that. And I think referee, if he's basing it on the previous challenge, then I don't think he should. I'm not going to dispute any referee. That's not what I'm here for. But what I'm saying is that back in the day, that is not a challenge. That is not a foul whatsoever.
Well, me knowing who Cristiano Romero is, I think they said this was his 7th red card or 8th red card in a sports jet.
He's the Premier League Sergio Ramos.
Bro, I don't even know how but knowing who he is, right? I feel like that was ill intent. I feel like he allowed his emotions get to him. And I think that was the problem with Spurs. Spurs obviously took the lead and they allowed their emotions because they had Chelsea on ropes though. The first 25 minutes they had Chelsea on ropes.
They still had Chelsea on ropes after the red card. Because Chelsea, honestly, for a team to have 2 red cards and you're trying to play FIFA with their backline is honestly shocking.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Chelsea, they need help.
Yeah. And Spurs could have easily taken that game. Spurs allowed their emotions get to them. And I think this would then lead me to my question. Obviously, Van der Ven got injured. Looks like a hamstring, might be out a minute. Madsen also had to come off half-time sub. Looked like he twisted an ankle. News came out today, Richarlison is getting surgery on one of his bones. Romero out. The injury list for Spurs keep going. Udogi out also. So my question is this where Spurs, is this their stopping point?
I think that this question has been answered in previous podcasts.
No, you see, it was asked differently though.
Yeah, but I did say this. I said, if they have an injury, and I even called one player, not even multiple. I said, if Maddison gets injured, they are done for. Lucky for them, there's a 75% chance of him playing because it's a knock. It's not something too serious, it's a knock. But they had more injury crisis, more than I predicted. I said Maddison, but they had more than that. And I'm sorry, Ange, but you may be on the verge of saying managers to manage their club. I think you have a lot of managing to do now that your star boys are injured.
Yeah, it's so sad though. It's so sad. And for Chelsea, is this their stepping stone? Do you see them? I mean, technically they play City next, though. They do play City next. Do you see them upsetting City?
I don't see them scratching City, because from the gameplay I saw from Chelsea against a 9-man squad was very FIFA Sunday League like, you know.
Yeah, trying to play.
The fact that they had about 6 1-on-1s and missed all of them. Cucurella squared the ball, Nicola Jackson squared the ball, Sterling squared the ball.
Oh my God!
Didn't want to. That match should have at least ended 7 or 8-1 from all the chances that they had.
Do you know what I told myself?
I'll say, you see that 4-1. I'll say they were lucky. That's what I'll say.
Were lucky,
they were lucky because
Davis could have equalized.
If Son and Davis equalized and that offside wasn't an offside, I think Spurs have won the game.
Spurs could have, exactly.
Chelsea are so on that. No.
Do you know what I told myself?
Yeah.
I told myself that while I was watching the game, when after the red card, it was still 1-1. Chelsea were trying to find the way. And I'm like, if Chelsea cannot score against 10 men, these guys have bigger problems than they think.
100%. And you got Nicola Jackson doing the C. Mate, you need to see yourself, man. You have a lot to do. I don't know how you're a professional footballer.
He needs to spend like a week on the training page. And this is one of
too little.
And this is not us trying to like, exactly.
This is not a band. This is us being 100% serious.
100% serious. Like, if I'm a supporter of Chelsea, I would be pissed. I'll be pissed.
The fact that, and I give credit to Ange, you know, because due to the fact that also like made them lose, when the offside trap made them lose, the offside trap actually kept them in the game for that long.
Yeah.
If you look at the bright side of it, I know people post on Sky Sports posted it on social media, or the TNT or whatnot posted it about the high line or whatever, and Gary Neville also spoke about it. But if you actually look at it, they were in the game for that long because of that high line. Because if they sat deep and Chelsea should actually play the ball in their half, it's going to be just defending, and that is going to be way worse than you think.
Yeah, exactly.
But you always like trying to give your keeper that space. They have to force it like a long pass, and your keeper can just like sweep it up like he did like 4 times. That's what kept them in the game, honestly. Because if you allow Rhys James, Sterling, Cole Palmer, Nicola Jackson, all of them in your box, in your half, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I know. I like Andre. I like him as a person, as a manager, not technically as him managing Spurs, but I like him as a manager. And he comes out and he says, they ask him, "Oh, you're playing with 9 men or high line, all that stuff," and he says, "That's who we are, mate." And I like that because he has given the Spurs side an identity. Like, you see how they play now. Like, there's an identity to this Spurs team, and I actually like that. Like, he has, like, do you know what I mean? He has changed it. So
I will not really say he has changed it because in the previous like Spurs managers, we always saw that first season difference. Spurs are like United, are like the same thing. First season they make a difference. Second season goes back to the usual United and usual Spurs. Until Conte's first season, Spurs a threat. He did that beep test. People were like, "Oh, they're going to be dangerous." They were dangerous. In the second season, Conte started pointing fingers at everyone. In the dressing room, in the board, and whatnot. Mourinho as well. Mourinho said something needs to be fixed in the squad. He said that against Spurs. He said that for Spurs, and he also said it for United. Spurs and United are going to the same crisis. But credit to Ange, he's making them look very good now.
Yeah.
First season wonders. We'll see.
Definitely.
Hopefully, second season he can keep up.
Definitely. So that game done and dusted. Jackson, credit to him.
Credit to him.
Whoop Titi do. Let's get on with our life. City Bournemouth. Ooh, that was bad. City trashing Bournemouth 6. Doku had 5, 4 assists and 1 goal. Absolute man of the match performance from him.
I reckon I would have done that before if I played the match.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk much on this game. I mean, I didn't give Bournemouth any chance, even a bit. But I think the only thing we'll say, obviously, and we'll bring in FPL at this point, Haaland obviously went off halftime injured. So those of us that captained Haaland and for Spider triple captain him, we lost points on that. But luckily for us, he's back though and scoring back to his very best, scoring obviously today in the Champions League. Do you have any other thing to say on this game?
I would love to swear, but I can't. So I'll just say thank you, Haaland, for wasting my triple captain.
Thank you to Haaland. I appreciate you because I captained you. I mean, the other option I could have was Son, and Son didn't necessarily do much. So, it is what it is. My FPL is I'm still third in my league, so it's okay. It's all good. But yeah, City to their very best. Well, they looked their very best. 6, as I said again, Doku 4 assists and a goal. Phil Foden looked electric. Bernardo Silva looked like Bernardo Silva.
Honestly,
Rodri controlled that midfield.
Phil Foden makes the game look so easy.
And that's what exactly. Did you see his goal in Champions League today?
Oh my, he has so much potential. Where did he come from? He makes it look so easy. He is so talented. He's so underrated as well.
Yeah.
Doesn't
And you know
when
when people compare him and Saka, I mean, I'm not going to say who is better now, but I feel like that should not be a comparison. Like, they are both equally good. That should not be a comparison. That's like comparing
Peter to David, you know. Like, they're both equally good. But if you're the fans, if you're listening, you know.
That's crazy. Let's move on to another game that we'll just touch on for a bit because I don't think there's anything there to touch on. United won 1-0 against Fulham away from.
Ooh. Give me a second, please. I think there's a lot to touch on in that match. What do you mean by there's not?
I don't think I think United did their usual self. They didn't play that well, but they were still able to dig out a result.
Wow.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like, this is what we saw last week also. Like, they played.
Now you know the possible thing for you. Thank you so much. Moving on.
United played a Fulham team that cannot put the ball
Moving
at the
on.
back of the net.
Moving on.
No, let me just tell you what I mean. They played a Fulham team that cannot put the ball at the back of the net.
Wow.
They got the win.
Wow.
Kudos to United. But you can't go up against a City team that puts 6 or a Newcastle team and expect to win a game with your poor performances. You can't just, like, they will even allow you near the
I'm sorry,
net,
but why are you threatening United?
I'm not threatening United.
That is a threat. That is a threat, and we are taking it as a threat, and we are going to file the case. Let us enjoy our victory. We are going through a lot right now, internally and externally. Let us enjoy our victory in peace. Thank you so much. Because you lost.
Next game. Let's move on to the next game. Luton, Liverpool, obviously. Luton played a hell of a game there.
Yeah.
Like, Luton looked amazing. On a regular day, we could come in and say, Liverpool, Dominic Szoboszlai played the game. Mo Salah was on it. But I came out from this game and Liverpool looked so casual. Like, they looked like
I think they underestimated Luton way too much before the game. That's from like a viewer's perspective. Like, they did not play the game with that much subtlety that, okay, we're coming here to score like 6 goals. They played it like we're expecting 6 goals from this match. But instead, they got a game from a former Sunday League team.
Yeah,
I think my team can go against Liverpool and get a victory, I think.
It's crazy. Just be saying.
No, honestly, Kings Heat, Rangers C. I reckon we can go against Liverpool and get a score out of that, honestly.
But Luton looked like they snatched the 3 points. They could have snatched the 3 points to Luiz Diaz. Again, big ups to Luiz Diaz. With all he's going through, being able to still come on and rescue a point for Liverpool, I think.
Yeah. There was a video I saw on social media. Tell me one thing United did this week that Arsenal didn't. Yeah, that's for the fans to know. Moving on, please.
Okay. I'll touch on this one for a minute, but obviously West Ham lost their game again. Even after coming off that unbelievable high against Arsenal, they lost to Brentford 3-2. Anything from there?
What a goal from Kudus.
Oh my God.
What a goal. He had to take a sit. He is...
I don't think he believed it himself. I don't think he believed he did that himself.
Scored a beautiful goal in the weekend against Arsenal.
And then came on
a beautiful goal against Brentford.
It's so sad they lost though.
It's so sad they lost because Antonio had a chance, but I think it was miscommunication between him and was it Benrahma, who I don't know who it was. But it was
Benrahma.
Miscommunication back post. That should have been an easy goal. But yeah, after they missed that, then Brentford started, and Morpay, Collins, and yeah, it was an own goal as well in that game.
So yeah, Mavropanos, I don't think I pronounced his name correctly, but yeah, the Greek former Arsenal defender from Greece. So yeah, Then big ups to Sheffield getting their first win against Wolves. Again, the penalty, I don't know. The penalty for Sheffield to win the game, I don't know though.
Honestly, I don't know, but they need that confidence.
Yeah, definitely they need. I just think that was a very controversial penalty. So that's all I'll say for it. Again, Burnley have lost. I'm starting to get scared for them, and I'm starting to get worried. Actually, that's the proper phrase. Worried. They're worried for them though. I don't know. They lost to Palace 2-0. I don't know. I'm starting to actually get worried though. Should I be?
Well, you're worried about something different. I'm worried about the fact that City is now top of the table, and we know whenever they're top, they never leave there. That's what I'm worried about.
Everton and Brighton drew 1-1. I don't know. Ashley Young on goal. I mean, technically, right? I'm hearing pundits saying, "Oh, he should have done this. He should have done that," and I'm thinking in my mind, what exactly could he have done more to like not prevent that?
I love the fact that you said pundits. There are reasons why those pundits are retired, or some of them are still at the age of Ashley Young, and Ashley Young is still playing professionally. So I think they should be pundits and let Ashley Young be the footballer. That's it.
Because I had to rewatch it. I'm like, he literally goes in there. The guy's about to cross or shoot. As a defender, your first instinct, let me block this ball. And he does that. And it sadly goes into the back of the net. Like, I don't know what more you can, like, I don't know.
At the age he is, still performing, showing no sign of fatigue. I think pundits should be pundits and let the professional be professional.
Yeah, definitely. And I think last but not least, Forest Villa. Villa lost away from home. Well, I guess that matters since they win all their games at home, but they have lost away from home to Forest. Oh, Forest played absolutely good football. This guy's goal, Ola Aina, his goal was good football by Forest though.
Yeah. Arsenal Villa need to also win away games. I don't think they have won more than 2 away games this season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think all their losses have come away. So they have had 3 losses in the league. Yes, one.
I think.
Liverpool away. They lost to Liverpool away, and they lost to Villa away. So all their losses have come away from home. Sorry, not Villa. Newcastle away. All their losses have come away from home. So
I think Villa Park is the new Anfield.
I hope not though, because if they hope to just rely on home wins, that's 19 points. That's 19 games. 19 games, and they might not win all those 19 games. So 19 times 3, that's just 57 points. That's max.
Just.
I mean, give or take 57 points. Give or take they finished with 60 points. That was probably just like
I think that's 8. securing conference football, I think. Yeah,
it's Conference League. So if they want to actually play European football, they need to start winning away games. So, and lastly, before we end the show, obviously, because we'll be on IG Live again this Friday. This time it'll just be 2 of us. We won't bring any externals. Spoil our show.
Don't say spoil. It just influence the scoreline.
Exactly. Yeah. But lastly, before we end this amazing episode, Harry Kane, obviously he's not in the Prem, so technically we don't talk about him too much. But Bayern played Dortmund this weekend, the DFB, their derby, I don't know what it's called, right? And he scored a hat-trick.
Harry Kane, give him the match ball again.
He's lighting up the Bundesliga. I mean, no dig at the Bundesliga, but I kind of think it's normal. Like the player of his caliber, I think that's a normal thing.
With the quality around him, yeah, he's going to be a problem.
Exactly. Like they comfortably won what you think is the second best team in that league.
It's just like an El Clasico for Germany, and they won it 4-0.
4-0. They actually did not stress. But there's another team in that league that is causing havoc. Bayern Leverkusen. This guy, oh my God, Xavi Alonso, the manager of that team. They are looking like City, but -1. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like their football. Like I was watching highlights of their game, and it's crazy like how they play. It's like City, but like just less players with less known players and like less rhythm to it. Do you get what I mean? Bayern Leverkusen. So I think they are both Bayern with like maybe a point or two. I can't. I don't know which of them. They are both Bayern with I think about a point or two. So yeah. So, guys, we've come to the end of another episode. Thank you guys for listening to this amazing episode. We hope you guys enjoy it. We'll be back on IG Live this Friday with our match week 12 predictions. That's the last match week before the last international break of the year. So, we've come to the end of another episode. As usual, thank you guys so much for your support. We hope you keep vibing with us. We love you. We love you guys so much. So
I do. I love you guys so much. Keep up the good work. And
yeah, keep up the good work, guys. Catch you guys in the next episode. Have an amazing week. We're out. Peace.